Your dreams are trying to tell you why you're really here, but most people miss it. Earth is a healing school, and in this episode, we break down how your dreams reveal the exact issues your soul came here to heal. Welcome to the Dream Interpretation Podcast with Michael and Sandy.
Hello, welcome everybody. We are so excited that you are here.
All right, Sandy, we do have a summit at in 2 weeks' time, 2 weekends away. So we just want to start with that. dream-analysis.com/summit. I don't know. I think this might be our 8th one or something like that, but we've changed them every time. If you've been to them all, you know that it's a lot of fun. We interpret a lot of dreams live on the stage. So you have a good chance of getting your dreams interpreted if you come to it. And dream-analysis.com/summit is how you get to it. And it's a pay what you can event. So whatever you feel like, that's what we want. Sandy, shall we just dive straight in?
Yes, because I'm liking these dreams. I think they're going to be interesting. The first one is from Joe, and it's titled High Heels from Heaven. Ooh, I like the title. I am with family at a place where we are staying for a wedding. I have my luggage out unpacking. I know my sister is there, not looking forward to talking to her and my brother. They haven't spoken to me since my mom died. My nephew is there too, and I realized I did not pack my suit or dress slacks. Damn. My nephew and I chat. I say, maybe I can steal something from my brother to wear. We laugh. All right, Michael, let's start by diving in.
Okay, so that's only a bit of the dream. And the reason they laugh at the end there is because the brother who he doesn't get on with, the idea of stealing something from him is just crazy. It wouldn't even happen. All right, so what is the wedding about? It's about channeling. So it's a number of things. It's about uniting masculine and feminine typically, because obviously a wedding is about when a man and a woman come together, and that's what's going to symbolize in our dreams, which fits in well with what the theme of the show is, Earth being a healing school. We come here to heal and unite damaged masculine and feminine aspects. But we do it through recognizing specific issues, like I don't feel loved would be a feminine issue, or I don't feel confident, which would be a masculine issue. So we see them in the world around us rather than us trying to work on masculine or feminine. So ultimately, that's what it is about. But sometimes dreams can be much more specific. And the wedding in this context is about using his channeling. So the dreamer is a very good channel, works with people, helping them heal their own issues, and he channels all day long in his own work. And the reason the wedding can represent that is because it requires masculine and feminine energy working in harmony in order for channeling to work. So by trying to access that gift, you're kind of forcing both energies to get into balance, which is kind of good. And then we don't like luggage in a dream. We never do, because luggage is about baggage that you brought with you. But again, as a healing school, we come here to clear this baggage. So he gets here. They don't like that he has luggage, but the fact that he's unpacking it is good. You either throw it away or unpack it. They're both good in a dream. And then we have an issue with the sister and an issue with the brother that he doesn't get on with. So an issue with both masculine and feminine that we see there. But he gets on really well with the nephew, his brother's son, in his 40s. So just to put it into perspective. So he arrives to the wedding having missed his dress slacks. And so he's a bit bothered by that. And of course, in a dream context, it shouldn't matter. He should be able to wear whatever he wants. That's what his guides want him to do. But they're saying, as long as you're okay with whatever you wear, that's fine. But in the dream, at this point, when I channeled on it, they're already saying that he is aware everybody wants him to wear dress slacks. And that's going to be a problem that he doesn't have them. So straight away, he's like, oh, here's a problem. I didn't bring this with me. And this is kind of the theme of this dream. And this is one of the things he came here to work on, that he changes in order to accommodate, and I'm going to say it this way, to accommodate the selfish needs of other people. Like if you're going to be here, you should be dressed this way. If you're going to be here, you should act this particular way all the way through life. That's how he is. Anyway, let's have a look at the next piece, unless you've got questions, Sandy.
Nope, I think you did good because I was going to ask about the brother and sister, and that's about feminine and masculine energy. So, yeah, let's move on. I go into another room, and there are colorful swimming suits laid out at eye level. Nice. We are going out to a restaurant to eat before the wedding. I am with my sister and other female guests. I find that I brought a pair of dark blue, black, and beige high heels with a small feather on top of each opening. So lovely, unique, and delicate. I put them on and feel great. We walk down the street and I show off the shoes to the women. May says they are gorgeous, and they are. I tell her that they're so comfortable I could jog in them. None of the others say a word. Okay, Michael, I love that. That's kind of a switch there.
It
High
is.
heel shoes. Let's
Yeah.
see what's going on with them.
So May is his sister. So here again, remember that the dream is about it's okay for you to wear whatever you want as long as you feel good in it. And the theme of the dream is about him not letting others knock him around. So swimsuits, we know this is positive in a dream. When you see anything at eye level or above eye level, it's something you're being asked to look up to. And so if we compare it to, oh, I'm meant to be dressed formally, like in a tux or dress pants, then contrast that with a swimsuit. It's like, this is who I really am. I'm hiding nothing almost, like, as I'm just wearing a swimsuit. You're looking at the real me or most of the real me. So that's what it represents in a dream. So being himself is what they want him to be. And then he kind of does that. Now, it doesn't really matter to know this, but the dreamer is gay, but he would never wear high heels. This is something he knows some friends would do. And in the dream, it just kind of comes in because he saw a friend do it before and he was like, that wouldn't be me. But this person's able to get away with just being themselves and they don't care what other people think. And so that fits with the theme here. Nothing to do with sexuality, but the ability to be yourself, because that's what he thinks of when he was talking about the high heels in the dream. But high heels are always very good because they're about your spiritual side, your spiritual nature, your higher purpose, higher aspects. And shoes are about moving forward. So high heels are about moving forward spiritually. Specifically, what it means for him is I'm moving forward in alignment with my higher path. I'm aware that this is comfortable for me because he says it, that it feels really comfortable. He could jog in them. And his sister is very encouraging. She's very happy, but it's not comfortable for other people. And we know that because he says the others don't even say a word. So they look at them, but they say nothing. So that's a very uncomfortable situation for him. So his guides want him to be comfortable as himself, and there's nothing else to solve. So don't try to solve other people's issues. The fact that they're not comfortable with you wearing those shoes in this dream, or you not wearing the dress pants in this dream, that's the whole point. Just be yourself. Don't change yourself for other people. That's what he has to fix.
That's wonderful. So now let's talk about the colors. We have dark blue, black, and beige high heels. So what about the colors? What's the nod to?
So let me talk about the feather first. So the feather is what brings the higher self into it. Feathers are a great symbol for your higher self. So we know it's about his higher path, like his higher self's involvement in his path moving forward. And the dark blue and black, they're not good colors. But when I challenged on it, they said, yeah, it's like he's going to put these shoes on and he loves the shoes, but he knows other people are not going to be happy with the shoes. And that's where the negative attitude comes in, which is what black and blue represents, or navy in a dream is the same thing. So it's other people causing him to have a negative view about, like, I'm going to wear these and other people are not going to be comfortable with me wearing these. And that's kind of ruined it for me. Yeah. Anything else?
So let's see. They're walking down a street. So is this a path for him or something like that?
Yeah, it's about moving forward. So he's put these on and he's very comfortable putting them on. And now he's going to whatever the destination is. And that's really what it's about. Life is not about the destination itself. It's our path to the destination, what we learn about ourselves on our journey as we head towards what we think is the destination. But the reality is that the destination for us is the present moment in time. It's not really about where we think we're going. It's how we are at this present moment and what's influencing us in this present moment. And things from the past are going to influence us, and things in the local environment are going to influence us. And then if we are unfortunate enough to also be anticipating other people's reactions in the future based on what we're doing now, we can be torturing ourselves. And the dream here is all about be yourself. Don't torture yourself because of how you think other people are going to react to you being you. And the way I said it to him when I was talking to him was that, think of it this way. This is them all being extremely selfish. They are saying to him, in order for me to be comfortable, you need to change. Nobody has a right to say that because he's not doing anything to hurt anybody else. He's just being himself, and others around him are saying, you're not allowed to be yourself. Now, of course, he has friends who don't care about that. They're able to be themselves. So it's not really the other people, it's the power you give other people. And so they're saying to him, you need to stop that. You need to just be yourself and realize that's it. You don't need to solve other people's discomfort.
Wow, that's beautiful. I love it. Well, we've got a little bit left in this dream. I want to finish it and finish it strong. So I see an old friend, Sue, at a restaurant and talking to the hostess, probably asking for something special. I think I haven't seen her in years and should say something, but then think, why? She's annoying and she will slow me down. The others have gone on ahead. As I get to the restaurant, I see that it is really busy. I'm in a line and there is a group of people. Everyone's trying to get in. The host asks me to wait since people are in the way. I tell him that my party is inside. He nods. Okay, Michael, that's it. What else do you get from it?
Okay, so Sue is interesting. Sue is a former colleague and she controls everyone around her to get what she wants. And she says, like, well, this is just who I am. And so what she's doing at the restaurant is she's trying to get something special. So he said, like, she would be saying to the host, I want you at some point to bring all the servers over and I want you to do this and bring in this cake and I want you all to say, so it's, I'm telling everybody else what they must do in order for me to have my day. And he's the total opposite of that, right?
Right.
He will change himself so that other people feel comfortable. And she's like, no, I will change everybody around me and I will feel good about changing everybody around me. So it's just funny how dreams will do it. But anyway, that is all crazy. For her to say, this is just who I am. Controlling others is never part of who you are. The contrast is that he doesn't do it. He doesn't ask for anyone else to change in order for him to be himself. And so they put that in a positive way. Like, you don't have a problem because you're not forcing yourself on other people. So they're showing this is the wrong way. What she's doing is the wrong way. And what you're doing, which is allowing other people to tell you to change, is the wrong way too. So what you've got to be is not changing. So what else have we got? He changes so that others feel comfortable with his expression. And like I said, that's super selfish of them. And then at the end, we see he allows people to put themselves ahead of him. Now, in the dream, it shows up like a line of people. And we would often talk about, oh, this is the digestive system or elimination system. And I point that out because people are going to be asking, hey, how come it isn't? But here it's like, this is him being slowed down. The rest of his party's inside, and the host kind of lets him put himself at the back. Like he said, the way he said it was, there's groups of people that need to be attended to, and he's behind all those groups, and the host is going to sort them out, and then he can get in. But what the guide, because the host is a guide, what the guide really wants him to do is push past everybody and just go to wherever he wants to go, because he doesn't need to be seen to. The rest of his party is already there. They're already seated. He already has a place. So again, this is it. Don't put yourself behind other people, or the way they kind of put it when I channeled, don't allow other people to put themselves ahead of you.
Wow, that's really beautiful. And I'm assuming that when the host nods, that's giving him the okay to go to the table.
No, it's the host saying, I see what you're doing. Like, he's making a gesture to say, my party's already in there. And he wants the host to say, oh, go ahead, just go past everybody. But he just nods. And he takes it to mean, oh, I need to wait here. But he's not meant to. The guide is showing him what he's doing to himself. Think about this. If this was a real situation, you don't even need to go to the desk. You just walk to your party. It makes no sense for him to stop. But the guide is deliberately letting him know what he's doing to himself.
Oh, that's really beautiful. I like the way you pointed out. Well, Michael, I'm ready to move on to the next dream because this is another one from Joe and it looks very interesting. This one's titled Power Outage Reset. I'm with my sister Jane in someone's home. There is a power outage in the home, and I go to a room where there is a baby blue power panel that has shut down. It looks like a UPS power panel with several lights that are lit for various reasons. I reset the circuit panel and the power comes back on. In no time, it shuts down again. Jane comes into the room, and without asking me what is happening, she resets the panel. That's odd. The power starts and then immediately shuts down again. We need to figure this out. Alrighty, Michael. What's going on?
All right. So Jane is another sister, but a sister he gets on well with. And he worked in an environment where he would know everything about UPS panels. That's an uninterruptible power supply. So if the power goes, this is going to keep everything working. And of course, here the power goes. So you would think that this was about healing. And I've kind of included these dreams because they're about slightly different things than what you would expect. But it's not that different because it's really about his power and giving away his power. And he does have a healing ability and all that. But the focus in this dream is that he's got the skill set because he's worked in this kind of environment with lots of computers and so on, knows how to fix these things. And here he is looking at the issue, trying to solve it. And then his sister comes in and resets it without saying anything to him. Like there he is on his knees with the tools working on this thing and just does that. And he says, oh, that's odd. What he means by it's odd is it's really weird that she would just come in and act like he's not even trying to solve the problem, like he's completely ignored. And so when I channeled on it, they said, here's what the issue is. When I'm working an issue that is in my wheelhouse, others ignore my effort. And that upsets me to no end. I had written stronger words than that, but that upsets me to no end because it makes me feel invisible. So again, Earth is a healing school. We are here to work on stuff. And this is what gets him feeling invisible because he feels ignored by other people when he's putting in effort to do things. It's like, here I am doing it. We see it in the dream here, like he's working on a UPS, but this is going to be in any type of work situation. I do a lot of work. I produce a report and I'm ignored. Whatever it is I do, I feel ignored and I'm made feel invisible. So it's just every single environment. So do you have questions or does it make sense?
It makes sense, but I want to know what the power outage. So what's up with power and the outage?
So again, the fact that this is a familiar environment for him changes how we have to interpret this in a dream. So it's like, I am bringing in the symbols of my life into this dream. So I work in these environments, I work with UPS systems, and when they fail, I fix them. I know how to fix them. So it's really about this being his wheelhouse and not the normal symbolism of that power panel. And so once we know that, then it's like, what happens? What is the theme that's happening in the dream? And it's, I'm being ignored while I'm doing something by people
Right.
who love me or who I love, so that makes it even stranger. Like, why would they do that? Why would they ignore me?
Very interesting. I agree. And then we've got a color here, baby blue.
So blue is the color of the throat chakra. It's all about expression. And this is about his ability to express himself just being shut off by feeling invisible. He would be like an extreme introvert. And if you're not an introvert, you won't understand this at all. But introverts wait for other people to kind of call for them to step forward. Whereas an extrovert will just like, oh, where's there space for me to move into? This is great. It's so vastly different. So he's going to feel these things in a very deep and personal way, amplified because he's an introvert. And people around him don't even know. Even though they are the ones that are being the jerks. And really, to do that, to treat him that way, which does happen to him in life, is a terrible thing to do. But they're not necessarily aware of how badly it affects him.
Mm, very interesting. Well, we got one more dream from Joe, so let's see what's going on with him still. The title of this one is Taking a Test I'm Not Ready For. Interesting. Okay. I'm in school and taking a mathematics exam. I do not feel prepared to take the exam. The male teacher passes out the tests, several individual pages not stapled together. We are sitting in a typical high school class desk. He also tells us that there will be a written part where we must explain something. I think, oh, I have no idea what he's talking about. So I go through the exam and think, oh, I did okay. I see the guy next to me and his answers look different. I think, ooh, I could have done well or terrible. The teacher tells us to pass the test in and then says something else. I tell him that I feel like I'm asleep since I do not understand a word you are saying, but my eyes are open. He laughs and says, I understand. Right, Michael, that's a strange answer to I'm asleep, but okay. What's up with this dream?
Yeah. So doing a test in a dream is always very good. Even if you're going to fail the test in the dream, it doesn't matter. Typically, we feel like I haven't studied. I didn't even know the test was happening. But an exam in a dream is an endorsement from the spirit world to say you are ready to move to the next phase of your life. So it's a super, super good dream. And whatever's going on in your life right now, that's what they're endorsing. So some change, some effort you're doing, that's what they're endorsing. And he's aware of this. So he's expanding himself through understanding himself. That's what the mathematics part of it is going to be. The male teacher is about being seen. Sticking with masculine energy, he feels like he's not being helped. This is just how he is in life. And his guides were saying, like, we just want to acknowledge how you feel. The truth is you are being helped. You get tremendous amount of help in life and by your spirit team in the spirit world too. But they're acknowledging that he does not believe this is true. So this is one of the things he's here to fix. The fact that he doesn't feel he's being helped. And when I said this to him, he said, you know what? That is such an extreme thing for me. I have quit jobs because I have felt like my boss is just not supporting me in any way. And then they're shocked. They're like, why? Why are you leaving? So like this is really a sore point for him. And then this other part where he does it and he thinks he did okay. But then he looks around and he looks at the answers of the guy beside him. And it was really funny what they said about that. They said he explores things until he hits a point that makes him think, oh my God, I screwed up. So he's already feeling good. But then he looks around and finds a way to kill his own comfortable feeling. Again, this is something he's got to work on. And then the last part of like where he says, my eyes are open and I feel like I'm asleep. He feels like he's not really waking up. He knows life is about waking up, figuring things out and waking up and expanding himself. But there's many times where he's like, I don't think I'm waking up. And that's what that last piece is about. I love the dream. I love how punchy it kind of is in what it's saying. And I love what it shows, what he does to himself. Like, oh, I did great on this test. And then it's like, oh my God, I maybe I didn't. Why do that to yourself?
Hmm. It's easy to do. What about the high school class desk?
So I had to ask about this because being Irish, the desks are different. The desks in Ireland are like in Dead Poet Society where you could stand on them. But here in America, it's like a chair with a little arm on the side where you can put a
Hmm.
paper and write. And so that's
Yes.
kind of an open space. So it's a good symbol in the dream. There's no barrier between me and who's in front of me. And so the teacher is there handing out the tests. And it's kind of like this much more intimate connection than you would have if the desk was closed off. And the teacher's looking right at him, handing him the test. So
Hmm.
a big point of the dream is being seen. You are definitely being seen by the teacher handing you the test, who was also a guide who is saying, we know that you're ready for this. Because
Hmm.
you can't do a test in any system unless the authority of that system deems that you're ready to do the test. I mean, that's just generally the way it is. So it's always very good to see that in a dream. And then the high school part is good. That's about our higher aspect. It's about my spiritual side. But everything is about our spiritual side. We do this show because we're trying to bring the spirit world to people. But what drives me in that space is the fact that the spirit world is very much part of my life because I see spirits around me and I can talk to them. I know it's a real thing. So I'm living in two worlds. And we want to share that second world with people and show them that is such a huge part of your life purpose. This everything that you're doing is all about where you came from, which is the spirit world, and came here to work on yourself to heal aspects that cause you problems in the spirit world. That's the only thing that really matters. Gains that you make in the physical world only matter in so much as they help you deal with an issue that you have in the spirit world. So if you come here and you say, I've come here to save the planet, I've come here to do X, Y, and Z, which a lot of people mistakenly do. And that's not your mission at all, because the point of you doing the things that you're meant to do is for your own growth. It's not about your impact on other people. Yes, you can impact other people, but anything that's spiritual has a double function. It has a huge beneficial impact on you. And so if you're doing the wrong thing, it has no beneficial impact on you. So it's all about, what did I come here to do? What are my dreams showing me that I'm meant to be working on? And am I working on it? And here in his case, he is. Obviously, he's having sessions with me saying, okay, what else? What else? What else? And he's hard on himself. We can see that because he says here, I don't feel like I'm waking up. I'm talking to you, my eyes are open, but I feel like I'm asleep. So it's just really saying, in waking life, I still feel like I'm missing the point, but he isn't missing the point.
Excellent. And then what about the guy saying, I understand, the guide or the teacher in this case?
So he knows in the dream, he's talking to a guide. We understand our dreams during a dream. We fully understand them during a dream. And so he's saying to the guide, I'm talking to you, but I feel like I'm still asleep. And the guide is just saying, we get it. We totally get it. Because they do see him. He thinks they don't, because remember, the key part for him is, I don't feel like I'm being helped. So that's kind of hard on the guides, who are the ones that are helping you. Their mission is to help you achieve your life purpose. And you're going through life saying, yeah, well, I could probably achieve some of this life purpose if you gave me some help. And they're helping you 24/7. But they get it. They know what you're working on. And in every single case, your guides are going to be specialists on helping you deal with the very things that you're here to work on, possibly from themselves having been here and had to work on similar issues. But they fully get it.
That's brilliant. I love that. I love the way you summarize the stream. It really sounds great. Well, I think that's all we have time for today.
It is. We're out of time. I enjoyed these dreams. I enjoyed the theme because that's really what Earth is about. It is a healing school. Whether you like it or not, you came here to heal, to work on something that is going to be like a pebble in your shoe. You never come here to work on something that is very simple and easy. We didn't come here to sip pina coladas on the beach as much as you might want to, or whatever your poison is. We came here, and generally when we're lining up to come here, we say, give me the hardest life I can possibly withstand. And then we get here and we're like, oh my God, what has gone wrong with my life? That's what we do. But we get the benefit out of making those hard choices at the very start.
Wow, that's brilliant. Remind everybody that they need to come to our summit because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, dream-analysis.com/summit. That'll get you the registration page. Pay as little as $1 and you're in for the 3 days. You'll get the recordings for a period of time afterwards as well for free. We'd love to see you there. I'm going to be interpreting dreams live on the stage. Of course, you're interested in dreams, you're listening to this show, but to see me do it live is a bit different because that's where somebody can say, yes, that's true, or no, Michael, you got it completely wrong. My neck is on the block. It's always fun because every single dream brings up something different. So we'd love to see you there. dream-analysis.com/summit. And that is on the 24th to the 26th of April.
Yep. I look forward to seeing you there, and I hope everybody has a fabulous week. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.